since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit, ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On 2nd and 12, Luck. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Here's Luck. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it with McCoy. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Room here to run. 20, 10, and touchdown. Austin Eckler, 47 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck being chased out left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Luck is going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
He's not going to get me.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 45 on 2nd down, Luck. Flushed out right. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
61, match box.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Washington. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second, let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0, and then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. They started on the ground with Eckler. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season, because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal. And then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt. And I think that they're improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. 16 yards, a first down. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he's got room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love. He finds McCoy. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the... This is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Then a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
57's Mike. Mike 57. We remote this.
Play action now. Prescott. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to fire. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll go again to McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Here's Locke.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down now, it's Washington. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his second touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Hey, kill. There we go. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Prescott. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's McCoy. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
In your face.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's McCoy. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff right side. It's Washington. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Prescott on fourth down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Block on third down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. They'll run on first down. McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
As hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all.
it like rocket fuel.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80.
Mike, ball. I got it.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Markel Lee leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Hey, Will.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
You got track, Oregon. You got track right there. Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 22. Mike 22. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This to Jarwin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. That's
caught by Jackson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's taken down inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Quarter. 57 to Mike. Not today,
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. It's complete. Stills. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
57 Hey, whoa! Mike's 57's Mike. I'm not ready. 57's to Mike. 8. Let's get in there.
57.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And Stills bringing it in. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
15 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
50. 57's to Mike. Watch 57. 24. 57. Mike. 57.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, let's bring it. 11 feet. Let's bring it. He's checking. Twist on Travis. Check. Fresno. Watch the safety creep. Slam.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, run. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Hey, dude. 22. You go night. Don't go night.
On 1st down, run. Escaping the pressure right. There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Check out. 390. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 45 yards.